No, we can fight on this.
Okay, give me it. Ethan, you might get your wish.
Oh my god, I do want to start an argument for this. So,
shoot.
Who do you think is going to the finals next year?
Here we go. Okay, Joseph. Okay. I think it's a really premature prediction considering free agency hasn't even happened yet.
Sure.
If I'm looking at best rosters at the moment, I'm sorry, Joe, I'm not going to say the Dallas Mavericks, although I think you have an outside. Ethan, you got your wish. He's literally walked out the door. I'm waiting for him to come back to make my prediction. So we're going to look at this. I don't think it's the Mavericks unless they sign a good perimeter defender.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit and you know it.
I don't think that it's the Dallas Mavericks unless they signed a good perimeter defender or two. And it could happen. And I think that the development of the partnership between Doncic and Porzingis is going to be huge. I think Doncic is quickly becoming one of the top 5 players in this league very soon. So there's that as well, and maybe he can make that leap next season. For me, the way I see it, just based on how current rosters are aligned, I am not betting against LeBron James until he proves me wrong. So I will say the Lakers get out of the West, although I am not fully certain on that. Look, they could get D Rose and Chris Paul and get even better, so there's that. And also, look, maybe there's an even further drop from guys like Danny Green. I mean, it's kind of hard after the way the playoffs align for him, but maybe he drops, maybe KCP drops, maybe Rondo drops. So maybe the Lakers get into an unfavorable playoff bracket setup. So there's that question. I think out of the East, this is the biggest question. I think Giannis will stay in Milwaukee for at least this season. So it's a threat, but I think you could realistically see a team like Miami get back. You could have a rematch, but because I don't want to be boring, I will say that the Boston Celtics are going to get to the NBA Finals next year and play the Lakers. I think the Lakers have a real shot at repeating. Now, if the Mavericks sign a good perimeter defender, or say if the Nuggets have a huge leap from Michael Porter Jr., or if the Clippers finally get their stuff straight, that could be a much different story. This Western Conference, and even the Warriors, they're an outside shot too. This Western Conference is going to be straight up loaded. Joe, what do you got?
I am agreeing with my with the bald-headed genius Adam Silver, who said in an interview recently that the Warriors are going to come back like at full strength, and I'm thinking Lakers Warriors are going to be the 1 and 2 spots next year.
Yeah,
okay? That's my prediction.
I can see that.
I want the Warriors to show that they still have it. I want them to go back to the finals.
They could.
Okay, because you got 2 of your stars injured for like basically the whole season.
Yep, and now they're getting the number 2 pick out of it. So.
Yeah, that too. Look, they have a lot to prove this season, and I think they can do it. Okay, they got to prove that they still got it. They're not gonna get injured again. Okay, that would really suck if they did. Now the East is where I think you're gonna just hate me, but. This is a topic in itself, but KD.
Oh, the Nets. True. That's a valid point. It's a valid point.
Look, the Celtics still kind of too young, in my opinion. I'm going to give them 1 more year.
I think they're there. It's just a question of the matchups they get. Also, it's a question of how KD comes back.
Yeah, that's the biggest question. But I'm going to say the Nets because I think KD is going to come. I'm just assuming everyone's coming back to their original form after, this. I'm thinking Klay, Steph, and KD are all coming back to their original selves.
Yeah.